Hi, this is Mike. And as you can see, we've got the van back, and we just got back, Danielle just got back from getting new tires mounted on it. These are Falcon Wildpeak AT4W. So this is the brand new Falcon Wildpeak. Looks really nice. And these are Method 701 Trail Series wheels with the bead grip technology. And that is basically these cool little serrations that go all around the bead on both sides that prevent the tire from being squished off when you're running super low pressures, which we may never do. But these tires are not the stock size. The size is 245, 75, 16. So what that means is that the width of the tread is 245 millimeters across the top. 75 is, this is 75% of 245 millimeters, and 16 is the diameter of the wheel. Now, to get the actual overall diameter of the tire, you have to calculate that. You go to tiresizecalc.com, which I've done, and that comes out to 30 and a half nominal. We didn't put a tape measure on this, but usually it's about 30 or 30 and a half. And then the tread width is about 9.5 inches. So that's considerably bigger than stock. Stock is about 28 inches in diameter, and it's a little bit narrower. It's a 235. The problem with these, they do fit. They fit in the rear just fine. Up in here in the front, they do rub here in the back, and they rub in the front when you're turning. In the front, all there is to rub on is this plastic inner fender liner. We're going to look at a couple different ways to fix that, but there's no metal up there. In the back here, it's rubbing on the pinch weld. Now, this particular van has a nice fender liner that covers the pinch weld. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull the wheel off, and we're going to take the fender liner out and see what we can do about that pinch weld. See if we're going to bash it down with a hammer or if we're going to cut it off with a grinder. To get the inner fender liner out of the way, just pull this one screw out here at the bottom of the wheel well. You can secure it out of the way with a bungee or a zip tie. This is the pinch weld right here. You need to cut a sliver of the metal away, starting about 3/4 of an inch and tapering down for about 11 inches. It helps to mark what you want to remove. Then, using an angle grinder with a cutting disc, start the cut. Be patient. The recipe for messing up your cut, or worse, your hand or your face, is by pressing too hard and moving too fast with the grinder. I tried to protect the van from sparks by taping up some cardboard, but whatever I did just seemed to funnel the sparks into the paint rather than keeping them away. Once you remove the material, you'll want to smooth out the cut. Switch the cutting wheel out for a sanding disc and go over the ragged edge until you can run your finger over it without having to go to the ER for stitches. Here's what we removed. And what remains. Those little circular divots are the pinch welds. Then it's a good idea to clean the edge with some alcohol and paint the exposed metal to keep it from rusting. Any old paint you have will do, but we happen to have some perfectly matching silver paint lying around. I ended up taking this rubber edge protector off the fender as well to keep from grinding it away. That just comes right off and then goes right back on. Then the fender swings back into place and secures with the screw. With that back in place, you can use a heat gun to heat up the plastic and use the blunt edge of a screwdriver to massage it back away from the tire. We did the same with the front fender liner, using the witness marks from the tire to know where to heat and remold out of the way. Then you can put the wheel back on and lower the van down and check out your handing work. The pinch weld cut was a success. We gained a lot of clearance back there. At the front though, the heat molding wasn't as successful. But it was only rubbing at the corner, so I just cut off a little bit with some snips. And that solved the problem for the driver's side. On the passenger side, I drilled a few holes in the fender liner and used zip ties to pull it up and out of the way. We did a quick rolling test and found out that when the wheels were straight, all was well. But as the wheels turn, I didn't film any more of this process. I just went at the fender liner with some snips until the noises went away. It's just plastic. And with that, we've got our 245/75/16 tires to fit and not rub.